where's an area you feel like you've like grown the most from like freshman Nick Brink from the Portland Pilots to now?
Gee, I mean, I would definitely say like I've done a little reflection, for 2024, but like going back to my freshman year, I mean, it's I would say like it's very eye opening, like how much has changed, like for the better, I'd say. But I think ultimately what really was the biggest change, it actually happened pretty early my freshman year, and it was like my mental side of the game.
Yeah.
So like my freshman year, like I didn't play that much, and I didn't play very well. And so I started seeing a sports psychologist, and we met like once a month for like the last like 2 months of the season.
Yeah.
But she gave me like some exercises to kind of do daily, especially on days that I was pitching, and that really helped me to like the last game of the season that I pitched, and it was against Oregon State at the time, and they were ranked like 21st. So like they were a great team, and they've historically always been a great team. And one thing that I remember this like vividly. So
Oh,
it
let's hear.
was
I'm ready
like
for it.
I had my exit meeting with the coaches before the game, because the last weekend was it was a travel weekend. I wasn't going to go, so they said like on my exit meeting on that Tuesday, they said, "Hey, like you're going to pitch against Oregon State today," and I hadn't played in like over a month. I think my last game was against Oregon, like when we played them at home, and it was like the same story. Like I didn't pitch that great, but they were giving me one more opportunity, and I was like, okay, like this is it. Like, and it's so easy to go like, oh, Oregon State, like they're ranked number 21. Like it's really easy to like start thinking of stuff like that. But what helped me a lot from like the meetings I had with the sports psychologist was I had some techniques to kind of deal with like that kind of like emotion, that kind of stress, because it's just pressure that like I'm putting on myself.
Right.
And it that game, I I got the win, and that was my first win in college. And just like after that game, like I had the confidence to, like it gave me the confidence to be like, hey, like you just got the win against a ranked team. And I took that confidence all through summer ball with the Pickles. And I kept that all through the fall of like my sophomore year. And then unfortunately I went down with the injury, but the confidence, like it never left me. Like if anything, like working back from that injury, it kind of gave me even more confidence because I knew I was putting in so much work to come back and have a really good junior year. And then like I said, like I just had the confidence. I had a good junior year, and like it just built. Like once I got the ball rolling,
Yeah.
like there was like no stopping it.
Yeah.
And
That's sick, dude.
it just gave me so much it was such a big confidence boost for me.
Yeah.
And like I still do those exercises like every day, not every day, every time before I start.
Yeah.
It does such a good job of kind of bringing me into the moment and like affirming for myself that it doesn't matter whether it's like the Cardinals number one prospect or some guy who's on a rehab assignment. It doesn't matter who's in the box. Like I deserve to be here. I've earned this opportunity, and that's all I need to know to, have the confidence to compete against, some of the best players on the planet.
Yeah. That's sick, dude. That's really cool. I didn't know you had your like end of the year meeting like that day.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
so
I had it the day before, and
or like
you
that
know,
week, yeah.
it was just like, hey, like we gave you some opportunities. I think that I kind of had higher expectations for myself with those opportunities. There was times where I just didn't pitch great, and I kind of struggled on the mental side. And then they told me, hey, we're going to give you a chance to pitch today. And I think part of me knowing going into the game that I was going to pitch, I think that was very helpful because a lot of the times, coming out of the bullpen, and also especially as a freshman, like if you're new to it, it can be like you hear your name get called and you're just like, you just get filled with adrenaline. You run over to the bullpen.
Yeah.
You
Heart rate's
start,
through the roof.
you're just ripping balls down the mound. Then you get in the game, and it's all very fast. But that day, I had time to prepare. It's like I was anticipating for Skip to say, "Brink, get hot," and I was like, once I heard it, it wasn't a surprise. It's like I was ready beforehand, and I think that's what helped flip the script for me. It was like I knew it was going to happen, and I was anticipating it instead of being surprised by it. Like I was ready for it.
What were some of those exercises that you do to like slow the game down?
So, and it's very simple stuff, but a lot of it was just like words of affirmation. So I don't know, like if you've noticed this, but like when I'm on the mound, I talk to myself a lot,
Yeah.
and it's some guys, they like to cuss themselves out, but for me, it's like, and it kind of changed. Like at the very beginning, it was like I was following those words of affirmation. It's like you're worthy of being here. You're going to compete this at bat. Like you're strong. You're resilient. You can get this guy out. Like telling myself like stuff like that. There was also like some breathing techniques, and it was just like 7 seconds inhale, hold for 2, 10-second exhale. Like it's a very long breath, but it like gets me into the moment. But and it was nothing like crazy. Like I'd kind of heard of most of the stuff, but it was just the fact that I was actually doing it. The one thing that was different, it was you have to like I might get this wrong, but it's like I have to observe 5 different things. I have to touch 4 different things. I have to hear 3 different things. I have to smell 2 different things. And then I have to like try and like it's kind of hard to like do a taste. So she said, just pretend you bit into a lemon. And she was like, it's just like for your senses, like it just gets you really into the moment.
Yeah. Dude,
Like
that's so good.
it was that plus like the breathing stuff plus like the affirmations.